Brother Moses, and I want to show some footage that I had taken off of here. Um, Stream dedicated to my guy, man, Errol Spence. Before we get into it, though, I want to share just some quick information for the family. Let's do that. Quite a few slides here to get through, but bear with me. Yo, peace, Brother George. We're going to get into the video stream in about 5, but I got to make sure I can share a little bit of information for the family first. See, I'm a recluse, which means I could sit there on my phone, and in this generation, they look at millennials who walk around and they have their phones in their hands at all time, it seems like. I'm going to show you why, man. Even my email box be funny as hell, man. Like this. I think Rosario reached out, and then Rosario Dawson debate in Atlanta with me, and then talk about the night over a meal with Corey and me the next day. If you chip in any amount, man, they be hustling for money, man. Good night. You're invited to complete a Morehouse College generational giving survey. So I still try to keep up with what's going on in Atlanta and such. B1 music slides needed. I don't know what that is. It got a lecture on it. Jenkins, so I know it's mine. Files from Morehouse. BGBOS cost strategy. Cost strategy and satisfaction scale. What's that? Ah, yeah, I remember this. Heavy. What is the cost strategy? Equipment, marketing. 5 bands, not bad. Maybe 6 stacks. Determine the best student support strategy for Morehouse Business Department. BGBOS. That almost makes me want to ask what was BGBOS. Anyway. So that's number 1. I'm a recluse. So antisocial, introvert, data. I have like reports and things like that. So let's start there. How about you? Would you want to go have dinner with the folks? Cory Booker and Rosario Dawson? All you got to do is pitch in any amount. Good morning. Yeah, I know they're probably going to flag it, which is why I'm trying to take my time and build out the thing for a second before I actually go to the clip. It's more than a clip. It is a celebration. It is your appreciation day, man, live stream. So if you rock with me, you'll get some great content. But give me a second. Computer doesn't work as optimally as I would like it to, which is why sometimes I try to build out a whole PowerPoint or a presentation prior to going live. But it's Saturday. And you deserve it. Appreciate you. Wow, yeah, it's just not responding. I know that's been happening. There's been some technical difficulties on a number of slides, but I think it's broader than that. I think as a society, we're trying to move into a 5G space with these super smart TVs, and the data rate of consumption is just so high all over the globe now that 5G network has to be a top priority investment. That's almost a national emergency. That's so serious. I take my internet, man. I'll be on my phone at all times. Man, you're going to need that notification. Better to have it not needed than needed and not have it. B1Network, man. We deliver content, man. Hopefully this computer come back up, man. I know my screen's not showing, so it's probably just a black screen on your screen, but rock with the kid, man. We still here. We got some great content that we're going to deliver, man. Tribute to my guy, Errol Spence Jr., man. Love the kid. Golly, man. Try and go through a little bit at a time, but this piece of material that we're going to share, man, is fire. So it will be worth it. Rock with the kid through these technical difficulties, which we assume could happen. Look at them. They playing me. How about now? Check, check. All right, man. It could be some technical difficulties, but rock with the kid, man. We'll get through it. Man, just a bit of knowledge and wisdom that I was creating here for the homie. Want to go through this, but man, this is a lot of information right here that one person will have to digest. So I'll give you just a quick overview of this. This is in my Excel spreadsheet, and it's a way of quantifying information. So if you want to see impact, you want to see impact, then this is a way of quantifying it. And right now it's just open and generic, but what it actually entails is a whole lot of information, a whole lot of valuable information. So I'm gonna start here at this top section, and then I'm gonna work my way to the right, and then I'm gonna go into the black space. All right, so at the top section in the blue is just a number of different pivots that are available to be assessed, right? So when you click on any of these ones, they can give you whatever type of numbers that you're looking to quantify. When I have a conversation with some folks, they take a B1 perspective, right? And that's more of a collective. So one individual can have an impact, sure. But what happens if that one individual has connected with three? All right. So now what is the impact of multiplying it by three? Now, collective thinking is 100 one individuals. All right. And so you want to see that impact. Now, where does that come in handy? Well, what about business? At $7.25, which used to be the minimum wage in California, one individual times 725, or what about three individuals times 725, which would be that 2175. But what if it was 100 individuals? So now you got to carry those over, and now you got $700.25. And then why is that important? Because now you can start getting your big numbers, your 4x4, however many hours they working. If they work 200 hours, so that's like a 5-month shift, Are you talking about a day? Anyway, starting to think about collectives inside the Black space, you'll see this is where it starts to get graphical at. So whatever the terms that you're looking for on the left or from the top, however you want to analyze your information, if it's by hour, by day, by whatever, once you want to scale it out, you have your Black space. So you want to scale it out by your 1,000. So you're talking about the size of a small neighborhood, maybe, or the 4x4, 4,000, and you want 4 of them because that's how connected you really are. Is it big numbers like 10,000? You're talking big manufacturing jobs. This is one of the powerfulest calculators that I created inside of Excel. I mean, and why did I make it? Because I started with a B1 mindset. And with my B1 mindset, I'm looking at, well, what is the actual true potential of the social media marketing network known as that B1 network, that social media community online, YouTube content creators? How big does it actually expand? Well, if you only go by people who have a B1 network mentality already, and that's the type of content they deliver, that's the type of audience they connect with, then that number is very limited. I would almost say start at row 5. Nephew, turn that shit off quickly. Thank you. But it gets bigger and bigger as you start to see those bigger subscribers and folks who rock with us. Hey, good morning, Auntie Wanda. Good morning, Conshamu. Good morning, Little Miss Chocolate. Thanks for the sound check. Sonetta Studios, we know, is one who has international connections. George Macon, too, always with Brother Rich. Jabari Osazi visits Africa and places in Africa. Kingdom Harbinger Ministries is one of my favorites. Also, Q Butter. I mean, but there are so many more that I could have added to the list. This is what it looked like when I was first originally creating it. And so I just took a screenshot here of it. And so when you have your 10,000, your 1 million or a million, you have 10 million, you have 100 million. Now you're talking dollars economically, so business wise, and what is the true potential of monetization. And so 100,000, like Errol Spence Jr. predicted to have done 280 to maybe over 350 at the max pay-per-view buys. That's a network. And how do you deliver content to something that big? What is the actual potentiality of it? What if it was $10 for that network or that stream, that panel, that show, and you did 100,000? All right, so now you can start thinking in terms of a million, a 10 million network. What is the real potential of it? How many $10 shows would it be? So that's some B1 level content, B1 level thinking. And then if you really want to get deep, you have to be able to create forecasts. So you're going to need, for example, a time frame. So what if you did 100 of those episodes with a purchase of, let's say, $25? That's $2,500 on one individual. Now, again, remember, you have broader numbers to deal with. You have a number of a higher propensity to deliver content than something that just considers the one or the individual contributor. Anyway, this all originated from the thought of the 20 questions to test whether you're pro-Black. This is the pro-Black survey Excel spreadsheet. It is available upon demand. You got my email, man, if you're a part of the network. Anybody who watches my streams, you probably got my email and everything. So this type of content and information is available. If you see a use and just putting eyes on it, just want to provide some feedback on it, check it out on your own time and things, you can. It's over 16 different sheets of information, things such as lyrics, things such as the calculator is probably the biggest one, and then even some examples here on the right of like pictures and things. But it's still a work in progress, so it's not something that you need like immediately. Then on dig that. But one of the screenshots that was captured was the channel analytics subscriber growth when you use a collaborative model. Anyway, B1 Network, we deliver content. Brother Moses, I got a heck of a stream available that I'm going to run for us all here, and wanted to just cut some of the fat in the beginning. Hopefully that gets us through to the exclusive content that we want to deliver in love and tribute to the homie. But that information is valuable, man. So rock with the kid. So we were on this slide here, and moving forward. Still follow my brothers, my Morehouse brothers in Atlanta and their success. This is one success story that will go unheard. If you're not in Atlanta, but in other places, you can still learn from this message of my boy TPG. Herberto Horn is a blog about him, lifestyle influencer and image coach who's created the perfect gentleman brand and blog. Multiple platforms to coach others on the elements of being a perfect gentleman, including appearance, mannerisms, and grooming. Before fame, he attended Morehouse College and graduated in 2015 with a degree in business administration. He credits the well-dressed and well-behaved men at him to first contemplate what made a gentleman. Trivia. Through TPG, he's worked as a brand ambassador for Ciroc, Mercedes-Benz, Frederick Benjamin Grooming, and Crown Royal, among others. Family life. He was raised by a single mother. In 1992. So I tell you, I got love for my youngsters, man. It's a family trait. It's inherited to show love, just like military service and such. Want to introduce my uncle, Bishop Flynn A. Johnson. Great book here, a part of my network as well, also in Atlanta, pastor of the church, Metro City. Another grand influencer inside of Atlanta. Book is available on Amazon. And another book that I want to look up. Let me see. Dr. Belinda White. Let me try that. No, that's not it. It's not the one I'm looking for. Rock with me for a second. There it is. That's the one. Focus in Action. Hey, I remember this one, The Fundamentals of Financial Management. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's another good one. Care to Lead. That's a good one. Trickle Down Mindset. That's a good one. Executive mentor, Dr. Belinda White Johnson, professor at Morehouse College. She taught Herberto Horn, and she also taught David Barry of JP Morgan Chase in Greater Atlanta. Today, we'll introduce you to David Barry. He shares his story here. This is Vogue Atlanta or VogueATL.com. Oh, VoyageATL.com. Excuse me. I'll tell you a little bit about him on this section is the one that I want to highlight. Please tell us about JP Morgan Chase. It says, I work for one of the largest banks in the world, with an S on it, plural. I have been able to grow quickly and impact Atlanta and our entire firm in many ways. My core role is a relationship manager in our business banking division. I advise, bank, and lend capital to businesses with up to $20 million in annual sales. From a startup to a multinational company, I am able to be fully engaged and add value regarding their finances and banking processes. What I love most is the impact I am able to have on my community. I represent our firm on community boards and serve as a delegate for multiple sponsorships. What's most rewarding is my newest responsibility, which is to help ensure that we create better pathways for minority businesses and communities throughout Metro Atlanta. Why is that important? Because in the B1Network, we have an affiliate, an associate, somebody who is a minority talent, diverse talent, and business owner in Atlanta who added me on Instagram. And so I want to shout out Tipsy Tulips Pastries. And I want to add these individuals, these influencers there in Atlanta to your ATL, to your Instagram. I want to add them, but I want to make sure that that's all right with you. So, brother, if you're listening, go on and give me that one. Let me know that it's good. I'll add the influencers in Atlanta, those who have that be first mentality, and hopefully and we'll see what goes from there. But put that positive energy in the air, let it manifest. Told you I have some work to do. My work today was spreading some love. And with that, it is Appreciation Day. I do have a high quality clip that I do want to show and make available as my tribute to my guy, Errol Spence Jr. Let's see if we can go on and get that in right now. All right, so let me. Bear with the kid. As you know, technology does not move at the rate of my voice. It moves at the speed of light, maybe. And thus, it is a little slower than I would prefer. But we're going to be all right. Let's see here. First, I'm going to grab this one. Let me bring it over. Oh, there we go. Big events that happen in Atlanta is the thing that I'm looking at with a tribute to Errol Spence Jr. So basically,
these are my two models. Model one, please.
Oh, what is that? Who then bogarted my stream?
What?
Ken Ganda?
Model one is
Ken Ganda, you done bogarted my stream? Shout out to y'all. Shout out O'Shea Duke Jackson, too. That's funny. All right, man. Big venues like this. When I say pay tribute to Errol Spence Jr. and Appreciation Day, when I say B1Network. That's stupid. Man, that shit is live. That's what we're talking about. The type of love and support that is international, man. And for those reasons and many more, I want to pay my homage by highlighting one of the best fights that I have seen. My guy fought hard in this bad boy. But there's a lot of love to give, a lot of love that I need to show. Can't just jump into a stream like that. I got to provide a little bit of context. Hopefully, y'all appreciate it and understand. Rock with the kid for doing so. And then I also hope that Google doesn't ban my video or strike it and do all of that. I know I don't own the content, but the content is 3 clicks away, most likely anyway. I want to show tribute to my guy my way as well. So rock with the kid as we queue up this video. 9:45. I was considering airing it at 11:15 too. So y'all rock with the kid. You know, I'll be having these long streams just to make sure it's worth y'all while. Let me see. Rich is gangster. Well, somebody can appreciate that. Nephew, I gotta tell you again. Dad. Yeah, turn the volume on. Well, let me see the remote. I can help you out. You know what I'm gonna do too. And where'd you get Slim Jim? Yeah, where'd you get
3 losses and 1 draw, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. A veteran of 6 world title bouts, he is currently ranked the IBF number 5 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's challenger, the former 2-weight division champion of the world, Lamar Peterson. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and white trunks with gold trim. He hails from Dallas, Texas. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds, a 2012 U.S. Olympian, and now truly one of the young stars of boxing today, with an undefeated record of 22 wins, no losses, and 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making the first defense of his title, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning, the defending, and the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. Once again, Harvey Dock is our referee in charge, and now we get instructions.
Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Good luck.
Our main event of the evening here at Barclays Center, Errol Spence Jr. making the first defense of his IBF welterweight crown. Looking to clean out the welterweight division, Lamont Peterson, hoping to derail those plans at 33 years of age. They both talked about bringing out the dog at each other. We're about to find out. Peterson wearing the purple trunks and the black, wearing the black, white, and gold is Errol Spence.
Has a wide stance, which is a little tricky because defensively you can move out of the way. He goes for a position, you go a hard shot with the wide stance.
All right, let's get it, man.
Straight left that landed moments ago for Errol Spence.
Hands. Hand speed.
Calves and the leg muscles of Lamont Peterson. My goodness.
Even his shoulders are very
I even like how he ducked real quick.
He's a very big and physical.
Body shot.
Errol Spence.
That's taxing right there, man.
Jab.
Beating that jab hand up.
You can see early on, Errol Spence is just trying to get that range, get the measuring distance. And Peterson is just trying to get the rhythm.
The way I look at it, the first 3 or 4 rounds will be high-level chess. And then at some point, it is going to become an inside matchup where they're both going to have to, quote-unquote, be involved in that dogfight.
I think it will come down to Peterson landing something, which he will probably land a big shot, and then he's going to try to open up and really test the psyche of Errol.
Straight left that landed on the ribcage of Lamont Peterson. Under a minute left here in the first. The floor is Clyde Adams ringside here in Brooklyn. I think you can use the hashtag on social media, Spence Peterson. Another straight left hand to the body of Lamont Peterson.
It is not just the basics for both guys.
Harvey Dock warning Errol Spence to keep the punches up.
See, I'm not sure if that's a low blow because it did straight low, but when he threw the punch, Peterson carries his hand down.
So it changed the trajectory of the punch that much lower. Final moments of the first between Lamont Peterson and Errol Spence Jr.
Not going to be critical as the rounds go on.
That's the end of the first.
You have a degree, right?
As we
Well,
see
how do
Jenkins,
student loans impact
the
your middle
17th player
income?
of the year.
Meet the candidate,
Not only does he have Errol Spence
Nicole,
as
who
his
took
kid,
care
but
of
also
business as a student
Mel
entrepreneur.
Trouble.
She graduates summa cum laude with a degree in an area she is passionate about, business administration, finance, from a notable PWI. Her interests include supporting growth for minority-owned and operated mid-sized businesses in underserved communities through a targeted investment and executive mentoring. She is single, no kids, and enjoys a balanced, healthy lifestyle.
Both guys.
Well, you saw Spence to keep that distance, keep working the jab, keep working the body, something will open up. And you're telling Peterson, pressing, make him press.
Well, immediately, Lamont Peterson came out and tried to take the center of the ring. Peterson's going to have to outthrow and out-hustle Errol Spence in order for him to be successful, at least from my bench.
Peterson is doing exactly what I said I was telling you. He's pressed. He's starting to come out, guard, starting to get closer.
Changing up that arsenal. Body shots is going to tax, though.
Just trying to keep that distance.
Real close.
Work your body.
He's a bully in there. Stiff jab by Lamont. Trade. 1-2. Stiff jab. Bodies. Stiff arm. Stiff arm. Bodies. He's a bully in there. Good push off. Distance check. Yeah, you knew that body was coming. He threw his whole hip on it. He's quick. Body. That left to the body was mean. That right to the body is crushing. He went back to the body. Good. 1, 2, 3. Uppercut. Changing up that arsenal.
Has been going to the body of Lamont Peterson,
1-2.
and that seems to be the point of emphasis
over the top, underneath.
The Soto Texas native. Originally,
Good
he
stiff
was
arm.
here in New York, then he run out and and then moved. Family moving. He was very Texas, so right hook to the body. And Peterson
Oh, he backing up. Oh, good second. Body.
You can hear them voice their approval for Errol Spence.
1, 2, 3. Closing the distance.
Couldn't hide it. He got hurt, and it was obvious.
To hear about poker face,
he leaning.
Peterson after that shot could not get through it.
Oh,
Now he's giving ground.
over the top of the head. Top of the head.
He was the one attacking and stalking. Now he's giving ground.
Oh, he keep twisting that left wrist like something. Oh, yeah, he was dinging it. Look, his second round, he already twisting that left wrist.
He's in the early going, taking out the body of
Stiff
Lamont
arm.
Peterson. They worked on absorbing heavy body shots, but
Hard left.
For the kind of
Another
vicious
body shot.
bodies
Oh, hard left.
Spence is going to throw at you.
Right, ding, ding, back.
But he's consistent with his body attack.
1, 2, 3.
And that's the end of second. So that was a telling second round, Brian, in favor of Errol Spence.
Trying to make you push your for the later round. You know what I'm saying? Keep the stick. Stay composed. You ain't gotta lighten up. Throw harder shot. But rotate with the shot. Use your body. Don't use your energy, all right? Rotate with the shot.
Why is she concerned? Well, student loan debt, of course. Is it even worth it? Discussions on undergraduate earnings. The median usual weekly earnings of women and men who are full-time wage and salary workers by age, 2016 annual averages. Take a look here. You'll see that according to the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics data, gender-based earnings potential is disheartening. Bluish line is women, goldish line is men. This is a weekly earning. Why is she concerned? Because many of the careers that she may look into, well, they're the lower paying industries. Federal student debt by loan program, yeah, it's up there. Why is she concerned? Well, her ability to reinvest in her businesses, her lifestyle, and her passion projects is impeded by student loan debt.
So that was interesting. Usually the corner just tell you, listen, you need to do this. He asks him, what do you see?
Barry Hunter has different ways of motivating his fighters, which is why he's one of the best in the game. A straight left for Errol Spence. And another straight left to the abdomen of Peterson.
Over the top. See how he keeps hitting that jab arm. Peterson's left hand is like he has to wiggle it because he keeps getting like little sharp pain stingers in it. That bad boy will go numb and he'll start shooting it even less. Oh, he dug that left to the body end.
Straight left again. Errol Spence has tendencies like a Mexican or Puerto Rican to it.
Oh, good comeback. I knew it was coming. He's still on rhythm. 1-2. Pick up.
When it comes to ripping away on the body of Lamont Peterson.
Peterson needs to be careful. He's trying to
move that hand out the way now. Oh, good uppercut, man. 2 to the top. 3. 1-2.
Spence's in recent memory.
Oh, good assault. Body shot. 1-2. Over the top. Over the top. Come on, man. Oh, good left. Left to the kidney. 1-2. Woo! Good left. Woo, good straight jab. Oh, good 1-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Check. 9, 10. Check. Body. Check. Body. Check. 1, 2. And an uppercut. Eating them. 1, 2. Oh, them is monsters. Top of the head. That'll make you dizzy.
Under 30 seconds remaining here in the third.
Bodies. He like stay off my nuts.
Just look at the concentration. Look at the eyes.
Hey, it's focus.
Eyes wide open. And
Sleepy Spence. Oh, he dug that body.
Left hand right to the body, and that concludes the third round.
The last body shot was right here.
And Harvey Dock again goes to Errol Spence as to say, keep the punches up.
So federal student debt by loan program, you have the types listed on the very top right screen. The direct loan, the FFEL loans, the Perkins loans, a total of $1,447 billion with 43 million borrowers. You have to have a calculator in terms of dealing with millions. And that's what I provided at the beginning, but this context is necessary for this case study. All right. Let me back up one real quick. The income-driven repayment plans. There's an income-based repayment, IBR. Eligible loans are the direct FFEL loans, not including a plus loan made by your parents. You have 20 to 25 years to repay it, but that's a long time. Monthly payments, 10 to 15% of your discretionary income. Any balance after 20 or 25 years finally forgiven. That's a long time for a 21-year-old graduate single. She doesn't have kids yet, but whoa. All right, man, so we're going to get into some data here and we're going to really break this down so we can add some extra value to this content.
Boxing with Spence, and he needs to rough Spence up, get close to this fight. That's a low blow by Spence, but Harvey Dock was out of position.
It's like 5 of them over the top.
The tone of what Barry Hunter is telling Lamont Peterson, he doesn't want him to box, he wants him to fight.
Chase, good stiff arm.
boxing match.
Because night trying.
Errol Spence seems to be clear cut and above the better pure boxer. And this may deduct the point again. Oh my goodness, one more, and that was the deduction of a point. And at least Harvey Doc warned him and has done it several times compared to that of our last contest. But that's neither here nor there.
Good uppercut spin.
Lamont Peterson keeps
Change. Uppercut.
his neck.
Mm-hmm.
So when he covers up, his entire body's covered. So to get around that guard, you gotta hit him low. Or hit him on the belt line. Or you could just hit elbows.
And that hurts you. Your wrist is now dinged up.
Straight left hand to the midsection of Peterson.
Back of the head. Ooh, straight jab. Top of the head. Yeah, the duck up out of that one.
Attacking the body.
Wild shot.
Short
and choppy.
His style.
Peterson isn't throwing a lot. He is waiting, but he isn't throwing with much. His volume of punching isn't there.
Good strange.
He's looking for one perfect shot. And I'm not sure he'll ever land
1, 2, 3. He pinging him away.
Never really getting a one-punch knockout.
That left and that left uppercut. Oh, holding punch. The boy got some old school in him.
Quickness as well by the DeSoto native.
This is not a bad strategy.
Stugging. Oh, he made him pay for it.
Peterson.
And still relentlessly attacking the body.
His eyes got really wide. And that concludes the fourth.
I do not like dropping the man, guys.
So in this current slide, here's what we have. We're going to consider a situation by examining the following financial matters. Case study. The offer on the table is $60,000. It has benefits plus good package and relocation. Expected monthly payment based on a loan amortization schedule. We're going to discuss budgeting challenges using the 50-30-20 principle, and then we're going to look at a financial assessment at the end. So I give a hypothetical scenario for a candidate or a prospect named Janice Nicole Smith.
You can see the concentration.
Starting salary is the 60. Monthly gross is $5,000. Hourly wage is around $28.85. Her effective tax rate is 30%. So her expected weekly net is around $800 per week. We're asking ourselves, is it even worth it?
Errol Spence Jr. putting his IBF welterweight championship of the world on the line for the first time against Lamont Peterson. Great to be with all of you here, Barclays Center. Ray Flores, Brian Adams. And if you're Lamont Peterson, in order for him to start to really have his way, he's got to start right now.
Good attack, but he held on like an immovable object right there. I am not going back to this rope.
And you're being aggressive, and you make it spin.
Way to hold your square, Errol. He was a charging matted bull right there. And Errol Spence just put his foot down. Breaks.
You get to your real estate, and nothing happens. You defeat the purpose of getting to your real estate.
Oh, he's found his range here. He found his range here. Wow, Fetty Wap is charged in Dallas Police Committee MJ podcast. The Mayweather channel. Shout out them. Woo!
He's calculated, and he is landing with accuracy. Look at Errol Spence. Look at this array of punches. He's beating up Lamont Peterson.
Peterson face is starting to swell rapidly.
Banging bodies. Shout out to your highlight videos. You are highlight videos.
Peterson needs to grab, hold, buy some time.
Holds upstairs by Errol Spence. But then comes Lamont Peterson. The body spear of Lamont Peterson clearly evident here tonight.
My boy almost touched the ground.
And now Harvey Dock momentarily checked the glove. An uppercut that missed by Spence.
Dang, and shout out Dr. Mumby Show.
And now Spence trying to tee off with right hooks. Another one.
He almost sat down. Uppercut. He tried to catch Earl right there.
It's going on the attack. He smells blood in the water. This has been a special
Chasing him.
Errol Spence Jr.
Hard shots.
Peterson remained and survived that. I'll never know. But that is the heart and the desire by Peterson.
We're standing there too long.
And you can see here, Lamont Peterson is just standing on the inside, allowing Spence to load up and tee up 4 unanswered shots there. And he just couldn't take any more. He went down, got to try to walk it off. But you can see he just standing on the inside, not doing much. Errol Spence loading up. Good balance, hard shots, right on the temple.
It was an accumulation of shots, Brian, that sent Peterson to the canvas.
And then Lamont Peterson tried to stand his ground, tried to go for broke himself, landed a nice overhand right, but it did not phase Errol Spence Jr.
The 6th round scheduled for 12. Errol Spence making the first defense of his world championship against Lamont Peterson. Peterson hurt big time in the pit, having gone to the canvas. Another straight left that landed.
I don't think he's all the way back yet.
And the reason why Peterson is unable to land that left hook, he's telegraphing. He's loading up, twisting his whole body around before he brings the hook over. And he has abandoned the jab. Peterson should be popping the jab. He got hurt.
Close that distance.
Get back under control by working the jab. Errol Spence is in attack mode right now.
He is really unloading. Big
Push off.
Is Errol Spence. Right hook
on top of the neck.
Peterson pushes the head down.
And again, Lamont Peterson is not out of this. On the scorecard, he may be out of it, yes, at the moment. But in order to get back in his fight, you have to do your little intangibles. Work the jab, top Errol up, stop his momentum.
Hooks followed by uppercuts. Heavy shots by Errol Spence that back up Lamont Peterson.
There was too many punches coming from different angles. Errol Spence is turning, twisting.
Getting full leverage behind his shots. We're seeing hooks, uppercuts, straight left hands. It is a ton of variety by Errol Spence.
And Lamont just haven't done anything to make Errol Spence think twice.
A left hook that connected by Lamont Peterson.
That's a nice body shot.
Another straight left, and you can just tell by the body language that Peterson is getting beaten up in there.
But if Peterson decided to fight, now's the time because Errol Spence is relaxed. He thinks he has it all his way. So you might be able to catch him relaxing with a nice shot.
And a big straight left hand bounced off the skull of Peterson. Tie up for a momentary second. And that ends the 6. We're halfway home. And Lamont Peterson doesn't even want the stool, but his right eye is swelling up considerably.
Financial strategy 1. Student loan debt is $50,000. She has a repayment goal of 5 years. The number of payments is 60. Interest rate, 6.8%. Her expected monthly payment, $985.35 if she wants to pay it off in 5 years.
7 rounds. Do you got any left? Huh?
Financial strategy 2 is a 10-year repayment with 120 payments, same interest rate, $575 per month.
Peterson, I'm going to stop it. And Peterson responds, I'm good,
Expected
baby.
monthly payment for a 15-year is $443.84. She would still have 5 to 10 years remaining before qualifying for forgiveness if her income is lower.
Barry Hunter told him exactly what I said. He said, listen, off the jab, if you got something left in you, it's off the jab. Like I said, he needs to work the jab to get back into the fight and stop Spence momentum. But Lamont Peterson responds, you know me, B. Okay, what does that mean? That means I should stop the fight? I mean, you know me, I'll fight to the end. That means, okay, yes, stop the fight. I didn't like the response that Peterson gave.
We'll see if Barry Hunter, if Peterson is in deep trouble, you know that Barry Hunter will be more than willing to go in the towel. But we'll see if Spence can put together combinations and force Barry Hunter to do that. As a minute has ticked off the clock here in the 7th round. Spence going with shots to the body. Now some uppercuts.
And now Peterson has slowed the tide somewhat. Spence haven't really come out and attacked from the right way yet.
Right hook to the body, followed by a straight left hand, and found its mark. I think Spence is just trying to create an opening for himself and then attack.
Yeah, you trying to get Peterson to make a mistake and open up. Nice.
Big straight left hand now stepping over. We see the athleticism by Errol Spence being displayed. By an uppercut, now he's getting some shoulder points. And he,
I think the corner's going to stop the fighter.
I believe is going to come and stop the fight, or he was thinking about it. I think he sat right back down.
I just read his lips. I think he said this is the last round. So I think after this round, he's going to tell Lamont, son, sit down, let's go home.
He's getting beaten up in there by a bigger, stronger, more technically sound opponent in Errol Spence, a kid who is very special, making his first defense and hasn't lost a round against a very confident Lamont Peterson.
And Errol Spence never ceased to amaze. He actually let up off the gas pedal this round.
But he's still in total control.
Right, so
big straight left hand for Spence.
Peterson did a little better job of not getting hit that much. That's only because.
And now Errol Spence with a straight left, and now he's walking down, running down. Lamont Peterson, that's the end of the 7th. And let's go into the corner and see what Barry Hunter has to say with Lamont Peterson.
What round is this?
50-30-20 principle. The 50 is 50% of your income is allocated to needs, which means 2 of those paychecks, around $1,600 or more, should be allocated to shelter, transportation, and food. Minimum balances on debts. The 30 is 30% of income allocated to wants, such as premium on shelter, so that deluxe apartment in the sky and all of the comforts. Comforts is where we start to find some challenges because couches, refrigerators, stoves, all the high-end appliances, all of those cost a little bit extra if you want the good stuff. So she also wants an upgrade on transportation, maybe a Benz. She's worked hard. She got her degree. She's earned it. The 20 principle is income allocated to savings, 401k, smart federal tax return management. She is a businesswoman, that is, and savings account, MMA, and CDs. But because she's a businesswoman, she wants to create some business equity. She wants to invest in her own business cards, a website, so forth. Targeted investments, because she has passion projects, people that she meets in her network who have businesses as well that she'd love to invest in. Those passion projects are paying more than minimum payments on interest-bearing debt. The payoff on the debt obligation is in excess from other debts. So once she pays off one, she's able to use that income to pay off others. That's the 50-30-20 principle. Financial assessment, well, with two of those checks actually going just as needs, only being $1,600, living in a place like Atlanta, where that deluxe apartment in the sky itself is probably 24, she won't be able to maintain comfortably with that income. The roles that may qualify her for around $800 a week, those ones are experiencing less than 70 cents on a dollar. So while she could be a business analyst, unless she gets employed by a company that believes in diverse talent, such as Deloitte there in Atlanta, or JP Morgan Chase, for example, maybe she could become a professor at a local university in the AUC. However, her prospects with $800 a week don't look comfortable. Financial assessment provided by the B1Network. We deliver content because we have work to do.
Peterson came and brought his best, but Errol Spence with just too much here tonight.
Yeah, and again, excellent coaching, training, and fathering. He gave every chance, every opportunity, and he saw that his pupil wasn't going to win the fight. So,
well, we need more trainers like Barry Hunter in boxing because he took every last moment. He was in constant communication with this fighter. He told this fighter what he expected, what he wanted to see, and at the end of the day, he made the right call for his overall health.
yes.
Tap off to Barry Hunter, but also let's take a look at Errol Spence Jr. Did you think that it was going to be that?
Watch some of the Olympic fights, man. I watched a whole lot of them. Errol Spence Jr., man. How did he become the unified heavyweight champion, man? Watch his journey. Watch that Kell Brook fight, man. Watch how he went to that man's backyard and fought that fight, man. That's a big one, man. That's a huge fight right there. Salute my guy right now, man. My guy Jeremy said, I always tried not to watch when black boxers had to fight each other. Yeah, it could be punishing, man. There's some other fights that have been punishing, man. Jared Hurd versus, I think it was J-Rock or Jared Hurd. Man, that was a battle, man. That was one of the hardest fights to watch, man. I watched the replay probably only once every 3-4 months. Like Errol Spence Jr., I could throw him on and just watch him when I'm in traffic, when I got an Uber, something like that. Errol Spence Jr., man, I could just watch him when I'm on lunch break or something like that, man. That shit is what's up to me, man. Our warrior, our fighter, our champion, man. I'm leaning in way too big, man. Here I go. I'm right here, man. Brother Moses, man, part of that B1Network, man. I'm going to give you content, man. I'm going to give you content. Hopefully you was enjoying that. Hopefully the commercial breaks while they went to the fights wasn't too bad for you. If you were here from the beginning, you know why I delivered that content. You know why it's important to continue to have these conversations. It's deliver and to execute on the messages that we have to bring, the information that has to be delivered. I said I don't have the rights to this. I don't have the copyright. I do have a license to the music, but I don't have a right to the stream of that content. But 2 or 3 clicks away, you can find that same content aired of Errol Spence Jr. Premier Boxing Channel is available. Shout out to Tipsy Tulips, man. Big connections right there in Atlanta. Big stadium for a big opportunity fight. Errol Spence Jr. right there in Atlanta. A huge venue, man. Gotta get it in, man. So much more that I can say, so much more that I won't. We got work to do. Critical analysis for me is business. And so having conversations around business, always a plus for me. Looking at the numbers, having some foresight, projecting into the future, seeing the areas that you're interested in and following it. And there's a lot of brothers who are interested in this commercial real estate. So you got to look at sources like Deloitte when you're considering real estate and considering what that environment looks like. Every once in a while, you got to pick up an article and just read it. And so because of that, there is this 2020 commercial real estate outlook using digital and analytics to revolutionize tenant experience. Challenges, opportunities, and potential to transformation. Learn how the CRE companies could prioritize tenant experience and use advanced technologies to help enhance efficiency, identify risks, and drive growth. Since the commercial real estate industry began, location, location, location has always been a traditional mantra. Not anymore. In our 2016 Smart Buildings report, we predicted the new mantra would be location, information, analytics. Now, the industry has evolved even further. As we look to 2020 to envision the next decade, the most successful commercial real estate companies follow the mantra: location, experience, analytics. Over the past 5 years, our annual Outlook series has analyzed the evolving CRE industry landscape and ecosystem influences. Our 2019 Outlook highlighted institutional investors' growing preference for companies that invest in technologies to make buildings future ready. We also pointed to challenging talent models and the need to embrace alliances with prop techs to more rapidly address the changing nature of real estate. As we look to the milestone year of 2020, it has become urgent for CRE companies to prioritize tenants and end users' needs, given the increasing influence of technology and changing customer preferences. Man, I could keep going on. I won't give you all of that. I'll just give you the numbers.